I always feel a little awkward when I'm in a group of gay people and then I'm introduced and it's assumed that I'm gay, and then they find out that I have a daughter. And they'll say, oh, well, did you adopt her? Or is she yours? Or, you know, and so I have to say, no, I'm bisexual. Oh, yeah, right. And, you know, it's really kind of assumed that I just want that heterosexual privilege, you know, that I'm really not. There isn't really a bisexual orientation.
I remember having a conversation with a couple of women who identify as lesbian and who had originally had relationships with men, but then chose to have relationships with women and identified more as lesbian.
I started to see a therapist for depression, and one of the first questions was, are you attracted to boys or girls? And for me, I had no answer to that, because for me, I wanted to say both. Not that I would have at the time, but it started to give me a message that, okay, so it's got to be one or another, so what's going on with me?
And when I really expressed my need to identify more as being fluid or being bi, that was really met with some shock and some horror, like, how could I identify that way? You're really a lesbian. If you're attracted to women, then you must be a lesbian.
People want you to fit into a box, and there are two boxes. And even within the two boxes, there's a right and wrong. And the right is straight and the wrong is gay, although it's changing. But to have a third box really throws people off.
One woman told me, I can't be bisexual because bisexuality by nature is about promiscuity, and that's not me. I'm a person that likes long-term monogamous relationships. So the negative stereotypes make finding language for the experience very difficult. Or having accepted the truth of her dual attractions and having found a way to articulate this for herself, she may be in what I think is a lifelong stage of maintaining a bisexual identity. And, you know, this is where the trajectory towards identity formation for a bisexual person differs from a gay or lesbian person's identity formation. If you're gay or lesbian, and the longer you identify this way, the easier it is to affirm that identity, because your choice of partners, your lifestyle, the community you're in, even your family gradually accommodates to this identity. But for a bisexual person, it can be just the opposite. The longer that you're in a long-term monogamous relationship, for instance, the harder it is to maintain a bisexual identity. The more invisible you become, and the more the culture conspires to try to make you fit a binary definition of sexuality.